What may be your suggestions, your opinions, or your comments on the debt situation, the cost of living, and the economy of the country in general? I would like to hear your opinions. Share what you can do, suggest, and I would also like an interactive environment or situation with you so that we can maybe uplift our standards of living as a country in general. Hi, people, how are you all doing? I hope you're all fine. Today we are talking about Kenya and its debt problem and why the cost of living may not be coming down any sooner. So, I'm going to be using a small company that has adopted what Kenya, the national government, or maybe the treasury is doing to the Kenyan citizens. So, the aim of doing this video is to show you what is really happening in Kenya and its repercussions to us and the future generations. One thing the politicians keep telling us why the cost of living is high is one COVID-19 pandemic, which was experienced during 2020-2021 years. And now we are in 2023. We had an election and we changed government. So there is still that elephant in the room of politics and COVID-19 blame game. Yes, the global financial crisis is still there, but is it really the global financial crisis, the COVID-19 pandemic, the Ukraine-Russia war that is causing even the cost of something like salt to be increased? Is it? Now, I'm going to give you facts about what happens in government and how they affect the debt situation in the country. One thing, the terms of borrowing. Maybe they borrowed the money to build a road, to build a hospital, or to fund an education, something. Then, when the money is received, it is the money is diverted to other things, and maybe there is no sound accountability and transparency in the usage of the money. So now we are paying debts that the money was consumed, and we can't really tell what the money was used for. There is debt, and there is nothing to show of it. That is something that is some companies do. Maybe most of them, if they are, the reason why there is a lot of debts in the country is the constant corruption and lack of transparency and accountability among the leaders or people entrusted with the money to do certain projects. We have heard of some things like the maize scandal, the Kimorer and Arroy Dam, about the agro-leasing saga. All those, all those scandals are leakages to the economy of the country. We have never heard of the perpetrators of the scandals being prosecuted and maybe charged and paying back the money. But we always hear they are in courts, maybe sometimes they're in court, they are not in court. It is politics being played, and you can never really know who is telling the truth. At the end of the day, that money that was borrowed maybe was borrowed, and the Kenyan citizenry is the one that is entitled to pay back the debt of something they never consumed or enjoyed. So, what should be done when you see people are adamantly rioting or they are saying they don't want to pay more taxes? It's because they know that the money they will be paying to the taxman, most probably it won't be well utilized. So the government should ensure that the paid taxes is well utilized for the benefit of Kenyans. If the government build good health facilities and equip those health facilities with all the adequate equipment and all the necessary medicines, I don't think there would be an uproar in paying debts, in, no, in paying taxes. That is the government would be improving the standard of living of its people. The government should create more job opportunities, encourage more foreigners to invest in Kenya. That is foreign investment because they will create more jobs, provide a suitable environment for businesses to take place, and it can also support small and medium term enterprises because by supporting them and injecting more capital into such small businesses, it will create a bigger output, and a bigger outputs need more labor. The labor will be provided by the youth, and they get employed. When they get employed, there is more tax to be paid, and that is a real way the government will get more taxes and maybe be able to facilitate the debt it already has. What may be your suggestions, your opinions, or your comments on the debt situation, the cost of living, and the economy of the country in general? I would like to hear your opinions. Share what you can do, suggest, and I would also like an interactive environment or situation with you so that we can maybe uplift our standards of living as a country in general.